Sorry, guys, I got cut off. Okay, so yeah, picking up where I left off. Yeah, so he says Democrats and Republicans should come together to pass gun safety legislation, kind of marrying it to the new immigration laws. So it's funny how he always finds a way to sneak in immigration. That's his thing. That's his pet peeve. So he wants the immigrants out. So he always find a way to sneak in. Like, yeah, we gonna do this, but we gonna make sure we create something special for the immigrants. We want to make sure we got that border control on lock. He always sneak in something about the immigration. If you notice, I'm like, now this don't have nothing to do with immigrants. Why are you bringing this up? I'm like, these shooters were white. So it looks like the terror in America is white males. And it is. Like, I looked at another interview, they were saying the same thing, that's what's going on, Unfortunately, it seems like, white supremacy, white nationalism, whatever. It's it's a big deal, and it's a part of these mass shootings that we're having, because the majority of them are committed by white males, I do think racism is a part of it. Like the young man who went in the church and a few years back, and he shot up the church and everything. He killed so many members. I mean, of course it is a part of that, but we don't want to look at that. We don't like to, certain members of society don't like to vilify white people or vilify white males because they have a lot of privilege, and the world kind of like tilts towards them, and instead of, calling them out, when they do something that is absurd, that hurts other people, nobody wants to, make them responsible. So, it's gonna take a lot of changing of minds and people just willing to step up and say, no, this is wrong. No, you're not. It's not okay for you to go and decide, I don't like this group of people for how they look. I want to go get a gun and start shooting. I'm just going to walk in Walmart and just act a fool. I'm going to walk in a movie theater and lose my mind, and because of Trump's rhetoric, I was talking to my grandma about this, it's his rhetoric that he puts out, he kind of puts that divisive spirit out into the atmosphere. So somebody who is a little off in the head, they figure like you're making allowances for them. You're kind of opening the door and giving them an invite to kind of go off and, go off half-cocked and do whatever they're going to do. Also, another interview that I heard, they were talking about millennials and loneliness, how that's part of the equation as well, where somebody is really lonely, they have a hard time socializing, and especially if they have other issues, maybe physical issues or mental issues, they have a hard time socializing, making friends as normal, and so they may be more likely to hop online and join different groups or clubs that they probably shouldn't be joining, and these are hate groups that promise to give them inclusion and make them feel good and make them feel like one and, like they belong. And, what happens is they start kind of whereas before maybe they never thought about this type of ideology, now they're feeding off of it. But it's just for the sake of feeling loved, for the sake of feeling I have to do this, I've never felt like I had family or friends before, and now I do, and so if shooting and killing people who look different from me will give me friends and popularity